Wow, that's spectacular fall, and great to hear that from the trackside team that he's walking back unassisted. So we await placings to be confirmed. Let's head back to Rose Hill. Time for the late mail with Ron Dufficy.
Race 3 here at Rose Hill Gardens. Numbers here 2, 1, 4 and 9. Can't tip against the favourite Abolition. Look, he's no superstar, but I just feel this is his right race. He's drawn beautifully in barrier 2. I see good solid speed up front here. He gets the run of the race. And with leading jockey Corey Brown on top, he'll get every chance. Looking for dangers, Tom Carews. Probably not the best weighted horse in the race, but the best turned out one without a doubt. He looks immaculate in the yard. Good solid win last start, seems to be back in form. Best of the rest, I thought number 4, Desert Dane, beautifully bred Danehill gelding. Only won a maiden at Randwick at his debut. Did plenty wrong though. This is harder, but looks a genuine improver. Best of the long shots, number 9, Campbell's Run. Now he's had a couple of runs back. He looks okay here today, and I wouldn't completely rule him out. Numbers here, 2 on top, Abolition, hardest to beat, 1 Tom Carews and 4 Desert Dane.
And Ron in New Zealand confirmed placings. Klusner ahead of Devious and Nella May, 3, 10 and 11. Quinella will pay 17.80 New South Wales exacta, 38.60 in trifecta to be confirmed at $231.90. Interim details, Cheltenham, David Turtle.
So 2 down and 6 to go here at the Gardens. The previous Dorky number 5, Corey Brown, beat 2 Akram, 7 Marfickle and 1 Imperialism. And 6 Barabella, Dan Beasley won the first from 4 Lakeside Folly. Survived a protest. 7 third, Bell of the Isle, 9 Darker Flight, ran 4th. So, repeating number 2 at 3.30 here in New South Wales, number 4, 3.90, number 1, 4.40, and there's been confident support in the ring for Desert Dane to beat Abolition. Abolition at the moment about a half point shorter than Desert Dane. Now, Desert Dane, Architrave, and also Lanzo to move up with Force Zulu. Lanzo trained by Anthony Cummings. This is Anthony's first runner since resuming his training career. Now, the rider on Force Zulu, Rob Thompson, passes the towel to one of the attendants. Force Zulu moves up. Desert Dane, the second elect, comes forward. And Architrave, a lovely horse, moving forward now. Scratched is Lion Dancer. We have a field of 11 to run, and they're all set. And they'll soon be departing the 1200 stalls. Off. And Lanzo missed it by a length. Lion Pride and Tom Carews bounced out in front. Desert Dane moving up swiftly. So's Raiden Rule. Followed closely by the favourite Abolition, Force Zulu, Campbell's Run. Manipura, Ignite Me and Lanzo, and 3 lengths to Architrave. They travel 400, and here Desert Dane straight to the lead from Tom Carews. Racing a little bit greenly. Third posse, Raiden Rule, followed by Abolition around Lion Pride. Force Zulu wide, and 2 lengths further back on the inside, Manipura. Followed closely by Lanzo, and then Campbell's Run, Ignite Me, and Architrave brings up the rear. 500 ahead of them now, and Desert Dane a half length on Tom Carews, a length and a half third Lion Pride. Abolition is in the middle, and wider out the baldy face of Raiden Rule, being tracked by Force Zulu, and then Lanzo and Campbell's Run in the straight. 300 metres to go. Desert Dane shaken up, just the leader from Tom Carews. Abolition on the outside third, and then Lion Pride getting between Abolition and Tom Carews from Raiden Rule and Force Zulu. Desert Dane is giving plenty. 100 to go, but Lion Pride is the threat. Desert Dane is holding on, however, and Desert Dane makes it 2 out of 2 in beating Lion Pride and Abolition. And then Architrave, who rattled home, followed by Tom Carews. A break then of a length to Lanzo, making up some ground over Raiden Rule, Force Zulu, Campbell's Run, Ignite Me, and last in was Manipura. Number 4, Desert Dane, 2 out of 2. He's a nice horse. He's a Danehill. And he's been able to score here. Number 4, Desert Dane. Chris Muntz for Gay Waterhouse. And the owners, Darley Australia. And the syndicate manager for Darley here in Australia is Mr. O.S. Tate. Ollie Tate. Ollie Tate. And son, of course, of Sandy. Now, waiting on the numbers to come up. Here they read 4, 8, 2 and 7. Desert Dane, Seamunts first. Just wanted to hang a little in the home straight over the last 200, but certainly not as badly as was the case at his debut. But he's learning all the time, and he might make into a very, very nice horse. Number 4, Desert Dane. Seamunts first. Number 8 is second, and that is Lion Pride, written by Hugh Bowman for Graham Rogerson. a 3-year-old gelding by Lion Hunter, and third goes to number 2, Abolition. Every chance, a 3-year-old gelding by Quest for Fame, John Hawkes, Corey Brown.
And the first for David Andy in $2,234. It is across the line, 4, 8, 2 and 7. Pretty famous set of colours which have been worn by some smart horses in the Northern Hemisphere. And smart son of former good raceware Regina Madre, proving too good there. Let's head back to Eagle Farm. This is the second race on the card.
Experience with him in the past.
Yeah, I rode the horse down the straight.
Now Granaya comes along into the gates. This has been a good move, Unrocal Saint, late in betting. Favourite Easy Virtue on track, but the value runner and the best tried is Unrocal Saint, clearly. My Fraulein goes up. La Rieuse to come along, racing in new colours today, the line with the purple star. River Dove still away. Dolphin Dance has had some support too. Dolphin Dance at longer odds. And Jaluka, who will take the outside barrier. Noel Kello out of the saddle now on Dolphin Dance. Are going to try and bring that mare in riderless. Very wide betting race, this one. Easy Virtue's been racing well since the blinkers were applied at Seymour, where she ran second to Pompous. Just got caught right on the wire there. It was a good effort. And then won at Kyneton last time out. Race right away under hands and heels riding only. Certainly has made some good improvement with those blinkers on. This is Jaluka now coming up into the line, and La Rieuse goes up too. So they're set to run. Excuse me. 1,200 metres. Set to break here. Racing now. My Fraulein a little slow. Storming by first to show out. Jaluka hard ridden from out wide. Easy Virtue got away quickly, and Dolphin Dance up there too, but Jaluka cut them all off and led, settling at the 1,000. Jaluka by 2, Easy Virtue, Dolphin Dance, 2 storming by. Woodweener in the yellow colours, 50 outside. They're followed by Lucky Punch, River Dove, a length and a half. My Fraulein, Unrocal Saint. 2 Granaya being followed by Saddle Delight, Ravenspell right off the speed today, and La Rieuse is 3 lengths away last at the 650. Jaluka from Easy Virtue, Dolphin Dance storming by 4th, and then Lucky Punch. Woodweener to My Fraulein. Unrocal Saint starts a run round the outside of River Dove. They're followed by Granaya, following Unrocal Saint into the race. Ravenspell, Saddle Delight and La Rieuse into the straight, and Jaluka from Easy Virtue, Dolphin Dance third. Lucky Punch running up behind them, and they're followed by Storming by. Woodweener, Unrocal Saints under the whip, spots them at least 8 lengths here with the Granaya on her outside. Now Dolphin Dance shot to the front at the 200. Lucky Punch gets into the clear. River Dove is starting to run on. 100 to go. Lucky Punch is getting up to Dolphin Dance, and Lucky Punch beat Dolphin Dance right on the wire. River Dove third. Granaya rattling home when it was over, and then My Fraulein, followed by Jaluka, Woodweener, Easy Virtue, Ravenspell. Unrocal Saint never came into the race. She's followed by Storming by, Saddle Delight, and La Rieuse run off her legs. She was last all the way. Lucky Punch makes it 2 in a row. 1 under the lights first up at Moonee Valley. And she's got there, I'd say, right on the wire. Dolphin Dance shooting to the front at the 200, but Lucky Punch has grabbed her, I'd suggest. Yeah, she should get it. 4 in the frame now. Lucky Punch, Kieran McAvoy. Trained by Michael Moroney. And has got there by a good head on the post. Second, Dolphin Dance running bravely, Noel Kello. And third, River Dove. So 4, 3 and 6 in 110.3. Granaya was making good ground at the end of it. She looks like she'll grab the 4th position. But 4, 3, 6 in the frame at this stage. $11 and $3.80 to win it, $2.80 second and $3.50 for third place. Well, Unrocal Saint was heavily supported, got well back. They did seem to run along, but she's missed a place for the first time in her career. She just couldn't finish the race off. Woodweener looked to have her chance too. She battled a bit towards the end of it. Lucky Punch had a beautiful trail just off the pace and makes it 2 starts for 2 wins for Michael Moroney, formerly with Dean Lawson. But she's seemingly turned the corner and staying perhaps to the short trips. She was tried as a stayer over in Adelaide, where she didn't quite cut the mustard there, but she seems to be full of herself over these short trips and really hitting the line with great gusto. Maybe she'll stay at the sprinting. She certainly has put 2 very impressive victories together with Michael Moroney. Kieran McAvoy on board. Yeah.
Racing
Out in a good line after the start, Lariu Settled Delight went back and one of the first out storming by, but Jaluka going quickly with Easy Virtue and also Dolphin Dance. Jaluka working from the outside, took it up a length and a half. Easy Virtue, Dolphin Dance third. Then Woodwiener outside storming by. Two further back in the race came River Dove, the inside Lucky Punch. A length and a half to two further back, My Friar Line on Rosal Saint, the outside. A length and a half, Granaya. They're 2 lengths in front of Settled Delight, Ravens Pell and 3 Larius. Down the side of the 700 metre mark, and the leader Jaluka, a half Easy Virtue. 1.5 then Dolphin Dance third, a length and a half storming by fourth. 2 then to Lucky Punch, followed by Woodwiener, a gap in the race in on Rosal Saint. The inside My Friar Line from River Dove, then Granaya, Settled Delight, Ravens Pell and Larius. Into the straight they race. Easy Virtue goes up quickly now and takes the lead at the 300 from Jaluka. A length and a half then to Dolphin Dance from Lucky Punch, and then storming by into the clear from My Flower Line, followed by River Dove and Woodwiener. Dolphin Dance getting up to Easy Virtue from Lucky Punch. Dolphin Dance takes the lead at the 150. Lucky Punch after it with River Dove. Dolphin Dance in front. Lucky Punch wearing it down. Dolphin Dance and Lucky Punch. Lucky Punch lunges, gets up. Lucky Punch on the line ahead to Dolphin Dance. River Dove is third. Out wider is Granaya from My Friar Line, Jaluka. Easy Virtue, Woodwiener, and then Ravens Pal. A gap storming by on Rosal Saint from Settled Delight, Larius, and it's the last one to pull up.
4 Lucky Punch, Karen McAvoy, 10.60, 3.30. The late mail over 3 Dolphin Dance, 2.60. 6 River Dove, $3.80.
Now they're at the barrier at the third at the coast.
The pace got to the front. Lucky Punch just drew to it and got the last stride in to get up and win. Number 4 from Dolphin Dance. Number 3 has been beaten at probably a half neck and about 3/4 away third, River Dove. Numbers are up 4, 3 and 6. 4, 3, 6 in 1:10.3. 4, 3 and 6.
At the start at Gold Coast, Uppity the favourite, number 4. Race 4 at Sandown, the numbers there 4, 3, 6, 4 Lucky Punch, Karen McAvoy. 10.60 a win, 3.30 a place, 3 Dolphin Dance, 2.60, 6 River Dove, 3.80. The Quinella 44.20, Exacta $57, and the 436 Trifecta 945.70 with the first 4 to come.
Tab dividends for Coolabah Pool.
When it comes to Australia, and a last start winner of the Metropolitan at this circuit a week ago today when it beat Baloney home. Torless was third on that occasion. Of the rest, Mike for Noel Harris is right in the market, and it's at $5.80, and it's a Myo Card 5-year-old and a winner at Rangiora 2 runs back. Looking ahead to New Zealand.
Off and racing, and a good jump out. Royal Reception right on the very outside, jumped well, and Darth Vader being sent up towards the lead. Millennium Star is right with him, so's Imperial Pompeii. Reign Supreme, and it looks as though going to the front, Arafata Chief may take over. TJ's Lads in the first 3 or 4. Royal Reception settling back and behind the first half a dozen. Cabela's a bit wide round the first turn, just on its inner. Semper Fidelis trying to get back, and so now towards the rear we've got Mike Just Aqua, and dropping to the back is King Dawn. They're starting to just cut the ground as they run through the straight. 2,700 metres to run, and Arafata Chief leads the cup field down the straight, and with a huge roar of the crowd as they run past the winning post. He's out by about a length and a quarter. Running second, TJ's Lad, Darth Vader getting close. Cabela round the outside. Amir's trucking up 3 wide. Royal Reception in behind them with Reign Supreme and Imperial Pompeii. Then Semper Fidelis 3 away from the rails. In between them, Oliver Dance, Torless on its inner. Baloney back along the rail, followed by Millennium Star, Starbow. Royal Reception was next. King Door second to last, and Just Aqua tails the field. Into the back, a good pace being set as they run past the 2,000 metres, and Arafata Chief's out by 2. Arafata Chief the leader. Amir is run through to second now, followed by TJ's Lad and Darth Vader together. A length and a half further back, Cabela, Reign Supreme. Then Imperial Pompeii buried down on the inside of runners. Royal Reception, and just behind them is Baloney. Torless in a gap of a length and a half to 2, joined by Semper Fidelis. Another 2 away on the inside, Millennium Star with Oliver Dance just shading it. Mike racing in the clear, so's King Door. And further back at the back of the field, we've got Just Aqua and Starbow. The favourite is dropping away. They run their way down the back now, and with 1,500 metres to run, Arafata Chief leads the cup field by 2.5 lengths. In second spot, Amir heads the the chase. Darth Vader being tapped up as third, followed by Cabela. Reign Supreme is handy enough. On the inside, TJ's Lad just dropping back a couple of lengths. Baloney gets around it. Royal Reception and Imperial Pompeii pushing between them. They were followed a length away then by Semper Fidelis is handy enough as they race out of the back by the 1,000-metre mark. TJ's Lad drifting. Torles gets past that, so does Oliver Dance, and they were followed further in by Millennium Star. Mike starting to go around the outside of them. A length away to Just Aqua and King Dor and Star Bowen, a gap of 4 lengths. Inside the 800 metres they've come, and Arafata Chief by 3/4 of a length. Darth Vader feels the stick. Coming forward is Cabela, but it's wide. Then Emir down on the inside. Reign Supreme is poised. Also getting into the action. Semper Fidelis getting into a nice place. Mike around the outside. So's King Dor. And further out to Just Aqua. They fan out around the turn about 7 wide, but Reign Supreme has hit the front. It's Reign Supreme in front. Baloney is coming out it. And wider out King Dor, and through the middle Mike. And down on the inside Torles, and further in then we've got Millennium Star. But as they race in, it's Reign Supreme and Mike and Baloney and Torles, and further in Millennium Star. But as they race down towards the finish, and it's Mike is going to win the cup. Mike, another win for the Harrises, and Mike and Noel Harris salutes the judge. Baloney, Torles, Oliver Dance. They were full at home then by King Dor. Over on the inside of it, Reign Supreme, and next across perhaps Millennium Star. A bit further back of the race when they went by, they were followed by Semper Fidelis, Darth Vader, Emir, Royal Reception, Just Aqua, Cabela, and Imperial Pompeii, and they were followed by Star Bow and the early leader Arafata Chief and TJ's Land.
Across the line, it's 12, 14 and 5. Mike for Noel Harris, successful in the Group 2. That's the last of our New Zealand races. Let's go to Craig in just a moment as we go to Eagle Farm. Lacey Morrison with Larry Olsen.
Well, Lacey, we haven't had much opportunity to speak with you, but gee, you've been riding some winners of late.
Yeah, I've been trying, yeah.
Yeah, well, you're getting a bit of, a lot of help from a lot of these top trainers.
Yeah, I've been, I had a few rides for Alan Bailey, and that really kicked me along a bit, and yeah, sort of everyone else has put me on now, so that's good.
Oh, do you give him a bit of whoosho? In this race, race 3, you're on distinctly, and now he's got the inside alley. This will help him a lot.
Yeah, it will. He had a wide run last week, which didn't help him, and he fought on really well, so the alley will help him today. He should be able to get out and race on the speed.
Okay. Darryl says he's done well?
Yes, he's done really well this week.
Cabaroo Queen in race 4, you give it any hope?
Yeah, it's got no weight on its back, and yeah, it's drawn a bad barrier, but hopefully be able to get across and get in behind him.
Okay. Race 5, Aldeniti Lad.
Yeah, he's been racing good around the bush, but yeah, he's got no weight either, so yeah, see how he goes.
Okay. And then we go to race 6. You've got a stack here, Strike Force.
Yeah, it's drawn good, so I think it's been missing the kick a bit, but hopefully it can get out and go with them.
Okay, Lacey Morrison with Larry Olsen as we go to Rosehill for race 4.
As the player consents, the stall snapped closed behind the New Zealander. Chris Muntz aboard for Paul O'Sullivan, and the field will soon be racing from the 1800 metres. Big Doug is the inside runner. And they're off this time, and Cash Cachet was first out. Late Whisper jumped nicely, so did Priscilla. Not far away is Stark Touch, and there's Comforts moving forward, followed by Go Valare, Big Doug. And then the favourite, the player, moving up quickly from his wide drawer. A length and a half to Full On Magic, and then a break, Sherwood and Why I Wonder rip on by. Djokovic next to last, Tyrrell's last as they work to the back, and Cash Cachet shows the way. And at the 1300, Cash Cachet, a half length on Comforts, a length away third, Priscilla, and Muntz has got the New Zealander and favourite the player into a nice posse, fourth, Too Late Whisper. Stark Touch over on the rails at the 1200, followed by Sherwood. Go Valare on the outside of Big Doug as the speed slows a little, and then comes Why I Wonder. Full On Magic, the old fella rip on by near the rails. Tyrrell next to last, and Djokovic is the tail ender out of the back straight past the 950, and Cash Cachet leaps along in the lead, a length on Comforts, 1.5 third is Priscilla. The player is running fourth, 1 out, 1 back, and 2.5 to Late Late Whisper. On its inside is Stark Touch. A length further back is Sherud. Then Go Volare. Big Doug worse than midfield on the rails from Why I Wonder. Full on Magic. Rip on by and Tyrrell. And 3 lengths to Djokovic. Not much variation. 600 left to run here. And Cash A has been the leader from the start. A length and a half on Comforts. Priscilla third and Munce is riding hard on the player. Then Stark Touch and Late Whisper, Sherud, Why I Wonder and Go Volare. Big Doug over on the rails, and then comes Rip On By, straightening up. And he's riding desperately on the player with Comforts out after Cash A. 2 to Priscilla. The player is next, followed by Why I Wonder, who's coming fast right down the centre. But Comforts got the little Cash A and put the neck in front. 2.5 to Why I Wonder and Rip On By. It's Comforts just the leader. Cash A can't quite get there. Comforts, I think, narrowly from Cash A, and third is a photo Stark Touch with Rip On By, followed home by Priscilla. Further out was Why I Wonder, the player, and Big Doug. A good margin, Full On Magic, and then a break of a length and a half to Late Whisper, followed by Djokovic in company with Tyrrell, and then Sherud, and tailed right off in the event was Go Volare. Comforts on the outside and Cash A looks, oh gee, this inside horse is kicked back here. Cash A looked from where I stood as though Comforts may have had a margin, but oh, it's a head bobbing finish. And let's have a look as the line has been reached. And this inside horse is kicked back. This is the ground shot we're looking at, and that is Cash A. So don't be surprised if he has come again to win, but this angle we lean a little to the outside, but it could well be the inside. 4 Comforts and 3 Cash A. 3 and 4. A 2-horse war over the concluding stages. Let's have a look at this long shot. Yes, it's a bit hard. Oh, well, it's been frozen well past the post, the one that I'm watching now. And third is close too, between Rip On By and Stark Touch. So a thrilling finish to the 4th of the day, in which the player started favourite. Chris Munce got him into a good position from the outside draw, but he was very much under the hard riding of Munce at the 450, 500, and he didn't run on with it. This must be awfully close to a dead heat, so hang on to your briefs. 4 Comforts by Night Shift from Cushy. John Hawkes for the Woodland Stud, Corey Brown. And Cash A, a little fella, by Secret Savings from Racing Tripster, Graham Rogerson for Graham himself and Mervyn Wood. And Robbie Brewer in the saddle, and equally close for third. So the time for the event is 1:51.76. 1:51.76, 35.10 the sectional time.
And still no sign of those placings coming through. Larry will put them up on the screen as soon as we get them through. It's a humdinger at Rosehill. Let's hope you find a standout winner for us.
Yeah.
One of those ones which it couldn't be split by the judges, mate. Very close it was in the end, and a dead heat was finally put up after that long delay. Eagle Farm, you're fully updated with late mail. Correct weight is...
Oh, Brendan, I think we've got to stick with the boys. They always say a superior colt beats a superior filly. Number 1, Delago Brom, is the late mail. He has shifted a little bit on course.
Recorded earlier, that protest continuing in Sydney. It's 3 and 4 dead heating ahead of the 10. It's first versus first, both ways, alleging interference over the concluding stages. Correct weight at Eagle Farm, and the Sandown Guineas coverage brought to you by the Loan Inquiry Centre. Time-honoured semi-classic, Greg Miles standing by.
Group 2 level, the 3-year-olds getting set. Delago Brom favourite, Charlie Bub second pick, easing third electors Dexterous. And the 2 South Australian visitors have had support, particularly Hugh McCall, who was highly impressive winning at Morfettville last time out. Jumped and led from the outside, controlled the pace, and was very impressive easing down. Little money for Lawson Storm too. Here's Dexterous coming in now for Darren Gouch and John Hawkes. They won the race with Over back in '99. Lefty goes in, just 2 to get set. Chance to remind the connections of 3-year-olds that nominations close for the Cadbury Guineas on the 15th of February on Monday at noon. Cadbury Guineas noms closing on Monday. Copper Moose moved in. Charlie Bubba's set. Ready for the Sandown Guineas. They're set. Racing. Cool As jumped well on the inside. Away fast in the early stages, Delago Brom, Sir Craigley. Mummify got away quickly towards the inside as they've settled down. And also driving through as they've settled is La Rocha trying to find the lead now. As they go through the first few hundred metres, Charlie Bubba's back second last now. It's La Rocha, Hugh McCall on the outside, Mummify settling third. 2.5 lengths away, Dexterous on the inside of Sir Craigley. Next, Magic Bird, Delago Brom caught out wide, followed by Cool As and then Lawson Storm. 1.5 lengths further back is Cobber Moose, followed by Charlie Bub, and Glefty is 1.5 lengths away. With about 900 metres left to go as they go down the back now, and La Rocha on the inside of Hugh McCall. The leaders 2 lengths to Mummify, Dexterous, 1.5 lengths Sir Craigley. Half a length away at the 800 metres, Delago Brom outside Cool As, and they're trailed by Lawson Storm, Magic Bird, Charlie Bub going up 3 wide. 2.5 to Glefty and Cobber Moose now last. At the 600 metres, Hugh McCall drew a neck to the filly La Rocha. Delago Brom hasn't had much luck. He's been wide much of the trip, and he's running off the track around the home turn. Oh, he's run about 8 wide, Delago Brom. He's thrown his chance away, you'd think. La Rocha kicked Hugh McCall. He's on the outside. The 2 leaders from Dexterous. Cool As, Mummify under the whip, then Lawson Storm. Here's Dexterous coming with a big run at the 200, and the filly sprinted straight past them. Dexterous from Cool As, Hugh McCall, Lawson Storm runs on. It's Dexterous clear. The Gouts wheels the whip. The filly pulls it out, and Dexterous first beat Lawson Storm 1.25 lengths. Cool As third, Hugh McCall fourth, then Charlie Bub, Mummify, followed further back by Sir Craigley, Cobber Moose, and then La Rocha. Trailed in by Glefty, and then came Magic Bird, and I don't know what happened to Delago Brom. He ran off the track at the bend, and he's finished 25 lengths last. Perhaps the bit's gone through his mouth, I don't know. He was travelling 3 deep all of the way, but he just threw it away at the turn. And the winner is number 12, Dexterous, Darren Gauci and John Hawkes. So filly has won it for the 2nd year running, following on the heels of Moon Dragon's performance last year. And Darren and John win this semi-classic for the 2nd time. They scored.
Yeah, stunning win, wasn't it? A filly's always promised a lot. Andrew Bensley with the Carbine Lodge foreman Wayne Hawkes.
Wayne, congratulations, and didn't the horse show a brilliant burst of speed?
Yeah, she did, Andrew, but that's the best way to ride her. I mean, no matter where she is, but she's really a sit sprint horse because she can just sit and just accelerate quickly, and Darren just had to, he ended up going to the fence, and he just had to ride it for a bit of luck, you know, half up the straight, the split came, he pushed out, and away he went.
I guess the other key is kept fresh too. The other horses have been right through the spring.
Well, that's exactly right, and to be honest, one John Hawkes, who's in Brisbane today, was tossing pretty hard whether to run her in the Wakeful or run her here today, so glad he's made the right decision.
Can go on a bit now, right into the autumn next year.
Yeah, well, she's going to the paddock. She's always been going to go to the paddock after this run, and we don't race her very often. She's not one of our big, strong quests. She's one of the lighter ones, so, but gutsy effort and really good ride.
Well done to you, Wayne.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, mate. Wayne Hawkes representing Father John. They've won the Sandown Guineas.
Came away in a fair line. Delago Brom, Sir Craigley out quickly. Charlie Bub going back with Glefty, with Cool As in the early point, and away fast Dexterous and La Rocha pushing forward with Mummify and Hugh McCall. Out of the course proper now, 3 in line here. Pushing up on the inside is La Rocha, and on the outside of it Mummify. Hugh McCall starting to head them off on the outside though. It got about a neck in front of La Rocha and Mummify. 2 further back Sir Craigley, Dexterous over on the fence 5th. Then Delago Brom, he's out 3 and 4 deep at the moment from Magic Bird, and they're followed further back by Cool As. A length further back then Lawson Storm. 1.5 then to Cobber Muse, followed by Charlie Bub and Glefty last of all. 9.50 out. Hugh McCall still working on the outside of La Rocha. 1.5 lengths Mummify went back 3rd. Dexterous 4th. They're followed by Sir Craigley. Then Delago Brom still a little bit deep. Cool As the inside, followed further back by Magic Bird. Lawson Storm, Charlie Bub, 2 to Glefty, and last of all Cobber Muse. 700